Hey guys, I'm Joey, and today we're taking a closer look at the Yamaha Revstar RS502. So first of all, big warm welcome to everybody. If you want to jump to a particular portion of the video, double check the description box below for the timestamps and the top pinned comment, because you will see the entire episode laid out for you. Now, this video is actually a follow-up to the original Revstar video that I did a long time back. That was the 502T model, which is the same guitar, but instead of a wraparound bridge, it has the aluminum tailpiece. It was pretty much my first gear review. The camera work is terrible. I'm out of the frame most of the time and you can't see anything. But I get so many comments on that video about how many people love the Revstars and they want to hear more. They just want to see a better quality video. So that's what today is all about. I picked the 502 up off a Reverb a little while back. Again, this one has the wraparound bridge, so that's pretty cool. And I picked it up because the price was just too good to pass. And I want to compare this with my 502T, find out if there's a real difference between a wraparound bridge and an aluminum tailpiece, you know, sound-wise. Now, today is not that comparison video. That'll come soon. Today is all about this particular model. We're going to run through the specs. We're going to do some tone tests, and then we'll discuss my final thoughts at the end. So let's dive right in. Okay, so spec-wise on these particular models, they're made in Indonesia, and to my understanding, they come in two different colors. So mine is the shot black, is basically a matte black. And it also comes in what's called a billet green, which is like a grayish green type of a color. Let's do a close-up shot of the headstock here. I really love the shape on these. I think it's super cool, something just a little bit different. And it's kind of neat that the headstock also is matte black, so matching the front of the guitar body. The nut width is 43 millimeters. It is a plastic nut, but I can tell you it's been cut very, very well. In the time that I've had this guitar, I've not had any major trouble tuning stability-wise because of the nut. So that's really good quality there. Going on to the fingerboard, that's made out of rosewood. The neck profile is described as medium, which doesn't really give you a whole lot of information. But I can tell you just from, playing this guitar myself, if you were to compare this with, say, a 60s Les Paul neck profile, it's just a little bit fuller in comparison. So just a little bit of perspective there so you have a rough idea what you'd be getting yourself into. 22 frets, jumbo frets, so that's an interesting item worth noting. It took me a little while to get used to that because I'm used to playing small vintage style frets on my Strat. The fretboard radius is very flat. You got a 13 3/4 radius there, and the scale length is 24 3/4. So something quite familiar to people that are used to playing Gibson style guitars. Now, doing a shot of the body itself, got a nice double cutaway body here. I love the shape, something a little bit different, but also not too radical. Real easy access to the upper frets there. That's always a big plus. The pickups, you have two P90s. I am a real big P90 fan, and Yamaha actually makes these particular ones, and I think they did an excellent job in making these pickups. Alnico 5 magnets, so you've got like scooped mids, real tight sound, sparkly top end. They did an excellent job with that, and you'll hear, the sound samples in just a little bit. For those of you guys that like more details about how these pickups are wound and made, you're looking at plain enamel wire and German silver base plates. No silver involved in that metal. It's just an alloy that's often used in instrument making, like in woodwind instruments and brass instruments. So that's kind of a cool spec feature. I'm going to show you a little clip here of me playing this guitar last week a little bit. And the purpose of this is to show you that the pickups react really well to slight adjustments in the volume and tone knobs. I'm playing on the bridge pickup here with the volume just rolled back slightly, and it's got a real nice, soft, yet snappy feel to it. Check it out. Going back to the control layout, you'll see real simple, master volume, master tone, three-way switch. On the tone pot, there is a push-pull there because that's what's called your dry switch. So it's not a coil split or like a coil tap. It's really just a low-cut filter. So if you activate that, it'll drop some of those low frequencies, let you cut through the mix a little bit better if you find yourself, kind of muddy while you're playing. The bridge, again, as I said before, is wraparound. Nice thing about this, it is adjustable as far as intonation goes. So that's always a major plus. And all the hardware is satin nickel. So super cool looking there. In my opinion, as far as the design of this guitar and the materials that they used, I think it's really cool because it has that idea of unique flair with something familiar. Again, it's not too ridiculous looking or ridiculous feeling because a lot of the things here are combinations of different guitars that we already know and love so much. Also, the price on these is really good. Brand new, you're looking at around $650, but in the used market, you can actually score even better than that, like somewhere in the $400 to $450 range. If you look hard enough, you can find them for a really good deal. So guys, that's all the specs. At least, the major highlights. Now let's do some tones so we can see how this guitar sounds. Our signal chain is the same as we always do. Guitar into my Line 6 Helix, but no amp simulations via the Helix. We're just using it for a few effects, some light compression, a clean boost, and the gain pedal that we'll be using later. Our amp simulation is coming from Guitar Rig, as well as our reverb coming from there also. So my final thoughts. In a nutshell, I absolutely love this guitar, and I would recommend it to anyone that wants a good quality instrument for a good price and wants to have a whole lot of fun playing. Again, shortly in the future, we'll be doing a comparison video between this and my other Revstar, but contrary to my original plan, I already have a feeling that I'll probably be keeping this one and sending the other one off to somebody else to enjoy. These things are just so good. Style-wise, tonality-wise, I'm a big Strat player. In a live context, 90% of the time, I'm playing my Stratocaster. And this guitar has a little bit of that feel with something else added to it. So it makes you play a little bit different. It inspires you in different ways, while again giving you something familiar that you absolutely love. The Revstars are Strats mixed with Les Pauls, mixed with SGs, mixed with 1960s motorcycles. And that's what's so cool about them. Go and pick yourself one up if you have the inkling. Well, guys, there's the video for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please throw a thumbs up and subscribe, especially if you want to see that comparison video coming out in the near future. Until next time, guys, thanks so much and take care.